5, 4, 3.
You didn't say 2 or 1.
Oh, you don't say 2 or 1.
Why not?
You just do. It goes 5, 4, 3. Good. Okay. Good.
Yeah. Welcome back to another episode, Rad and Retro Show. What? And we're talking about the best Halloween movies ever made in the 80s and 90s. Justin, I know you led off earlier with something we were talking about. It was a great movie from the 80s starring Tom Hanks. What movie was that?
The Burbs.
Oh, dude. Okay. So I remember this movie being especially creepy because of basically it was a creepy house across the street that had like this weird redheaded guy that was always messing with the house outside. I don't even know what was going on. It's been so long since I've seen the movie, but I remembered being thoroughly creeped out because it was like this house that was constantly under renovation that they were doing or something. I don't know. What do you guys remember?
Yeah. Just like gangly tooth, redheaded dude with carrying like what looked like a body bag. And I know Tom Hanks was like, I don't even remember his character's name, but just being super suspicious and thinking that his whole neighborhood was going to get murdered.
I have no recollection of anything other than the creepy redheaded guy.
Well, I think that's what's cool about like this show, just revisiting some of these old movies that we loved when we were younger. And I actually want to watch it again because there's so much of it I can't remember, but I remember loving it. So
I'm looking at the cover of the movie again, and he's holding a spatula and a garden hose. And I'm genuinely curious about the spatula now. I can't remember like the spatula scene. There has to be like a spatula scene that I'm forgetting about. Does anybody remember the spatula scene?
I think that was just like a great suburbia weapon. I don't know if they carried guns much back then in suburbia, but
80s movies, they're weird. It could have no significance. The spatula could just be, hey, you're just going to hold a spatula, Tom Hanks.
Maybe it was an ode to Spatula City.
Spatula City. Yeah.
If you get it, you get it. If you don't, then I'm sorry.
All ties together.
Spatula City.
So good.
Oh my gosh.
I don't really remember it. I think we need a rewatch. We need a rewatch on The Burbs.
Oh, definitely.
I just remember
need
it being
a
creepy
rewatch.
and weird. And was there like an earthquake? The house was falling apart, something like that. I don't know. But Tom Hanks is the greatest.
Tom Hanks.
So
He's been around a little bit. All right, moving on to this next one. This next one was actually something that I forgot about completely. This is the Monster Squad. And Justin was the one that brought this up, and I totally forgot about this, dude. This had an iconic scene that I think we need to see that now.
Kick him in the nose! Kick him in the nose! He doesn't have nose! Do it! Wolfman's got nards! Come on!
I love it.
Wolfman's got nards.
At least Mom didn't know what my nards were for a while.
That's so awesome.
It's a good one she hadn't heard
dude.
before.
Yep.
That's epic. All right, I'm gonna pause this. Silver Bullet.
This one was one of my favorite ones.
Was this like a werewolf? I do remember some scenes.
Yes. a werewolf.
One of them we'll see here in a minute. I do remember some scenes. I want to say though, like this was like a B-lister even back in the day.
Yeah. So I didn't watch very many scary movies, but this one I did get to see, and it was a good one. I watched it a few times.
She just liked Corey.
Side note. Corey Feldman's music is awesome.
Have you seen?
No.
He
You haven't
does
seen-
some performances. and
okay.
stuff. You're gonna have to later.
Is he doing like a bunch of Michael Jackson stuff?
He thinks he's Michael Jackson.
much.
Like
Yeah.
recent stuff. He's like performing at like dive bars and crap.
Literally, it's
It's
2022
very
and
cringy.
he's on tour right now.
Like he's trying to be Michael Jackson.
I don't want to come out and just say it, but I think that the ranch had something. I don't know.
You know what? Ultimately, he was legit back in the day. So
Yeah.
like I don't feel bad for bashing Corey Feldman. He's probably had a rough go. So
Yeah, probably.
I'd buy a ticket.
I
Just
wouldn't.
I'd buy a ticket. I'd buy a ticket just to support the guy.
hey, gotta
Yeah.
make money somewhere.
That's funny.
All right,
Hopefully he's doing okay.
Silver Bullet. Refresh my
Stephen
memory.
King,
guys.
it can't be that bad, right? Stephen King's good.
Stephen King can be bad. But you know what? This is what I say about Stephen King. You shotgun out 1,000 stories, a dozen of them are going to hit, right?
Yeah.
And he's one of those.
Yeah.
He's just a writer. The guy's not ever not writing, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
I mean, most of his. I mean, he's got so many. Like, I mean, that just it, the clown from It.
Dude.
I mean, just
That
creepy.
one horrified me.
Nope.
Hated it.
Hated it.
Was the Shining? Was that Stephen
Was
King?
Shining Stephen King too?
Oh, I thought it was called The Shinning.
You got
That
oh, what's that other one?
creepy.
I think
Is it The Stand?
Stand By Me?
No, this. Well, actually, Stand by Me. I think it was Stephen King too.
No.
Wasn't it?
Was it? No.
I think it
Somebody
was.
Googles
Who's the
this.
fact checker?
I honestly
Who's the
think-
fact? Katie, you're the fact
I
checker.
know
You
it
got
doesn't sound right, but I swear it was Stephen King.
It might be. Well, what was that one? He did another one. It was like the Mist. Remember that one?
The Mist. Yeah.
That was crazy. That was like apocalyptical, like fog everywhere.
What was that other one? The Thinner. Remember Thinner? That guy like
I've never been there.
just keeps.
Getting thinner.
The guy just keeps getting thinner. Like he's. I can't remember the whole plot to it, but it was actually a pretty good movie.
Okay, it looks like the writer for Stand By Me was Stephen King.
What? There you go.
Oh,
I didn't expect that. It seems like more of a drama.
It does not seem like a Stephen King.
Yeah.
but
It doesn't.
I swore I just.
What was
stuck
the other
it in
thing
my
we were
mind
going to
as
look up?
Stephen King.
Stand.
Stand.
The Stand. It was a TV movie, I believe.
The Stand. Was that like a? No, I don't remember. Never mind.
It was the
TV miniseries.
the first time I ever
1994.
heard that song. Oh my
Stand
gosh.
by me.
No,
Nope, wrong movie.
I'm talking about The Stand.
The Stand.
Was it Blue Oyster Cult? I need more cowbell. That song. It was on that. It was on that movie.
That song?
Yeah. Don't Fear the Reaper.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yes.
It says after a deadly plague kills most of the world's population, the remaining survivors split into two groups, one led by a benevolent elder and the other by a malevolent being to face each other in a
How'd that
final
go? How'd
battle
that go?
between
There you
good
go.
and evil.
that
Malevolent.
One more time.
Sorry, it's not a word you encounter every day.
I say malevolent all the time.
I bet you do, Justin. Seems like somebody who would say that all the time.
No, the Stand is. It was a TV series.
It's also
I think
Stephen
it
King.
is in movie form that you can watch it like all the way through, but I think it's super long. But it was actually really good.
That's
TV
what she said.
miniseries. Yeah, Stephen King.
Sometimes I get quick one.
He's pretty quick.
Sometimes you get a quick jab.
Sometimes he's pretty quick. That's what she said.
All right, back to the Stephen King's the Silver Bullet. I don't know. There's going to be a clip that plays.
It began in May. And every month after that, whenever the moon was
All
full,
the months after May
it happened again.
and again. Here's Gary Busey's best scene ever. Coming up. Pay attention, kids. This is how you act. You can't teach this. Okay. I didn't mean to cut into the next one. It's also Stephen King.
Gary Busey.
I'm Gary Busey.
Oh my gosh.
That was before the brain injury, believe it or not.
Oh,
Too
poor
soon?
Gary.
Too soon?
No, it's all right. It's okay.
I imagine that's how you would look like getting an enema or something, or or colonoscopy or something.
Oh, poor guy.
I wonder if that's what they did to get him to look like that in that scene.
Who's getting a prostate exam?
That's what I was looking for. Good job. Thank you.
Prostate exam, yeah.
Prostate exam.
Oh,
Doc, stop.
oh no.
Yikes.
Oh, I'm Gary Busey. Hey,
Utah, give me 2.
Utah, give me 2. 2. Conan O'Brien used to have this segment on his show where he followed Gary Busey around in a blimp. Am I the only one that remembers this?
No,
This
I
was
remember.
great. You remember
It was
this?
funny. That was recent. That's not retro. That's all right.
Yeah.
I remember that.
It's pretty funny.
It was like early 2000s, but it was like Gary Busey at the taco truck, and he'd look up and be like, "Hey, I'm Gary Busey," or whatever.
That's that damn blimp again.
That's funny.
I mean, there's some movies that like aren't necessarily like Halloween movies, but like I thought of like Old School, which I wonder how many people remember. But Tom Cruise early on movie, I don't even. It might have been even before Top Gun, but Legend. Remember Legend?
Yeah, dude.
That's-
Okay,
There's some
so
freaky stuff in there.
the
you know?
devil in
Yeah,
Legend
yeah. That was like amazing makeup and just special effects. all
Wasn't
that.
the devil in that movie? The guy from Rocky Horror Show Picture.
I don't know. Was it?
Tim
Rock-
Curry.
Tim Curry. Tim Curry. Was it?
It might have been.
I'm
I don't
pretty
know.
sure it was. Kate,
All I know, he looked like
Katie, can you fact check that?
looked
Justin
like
has to open his phone again.
looked like Hellboy's dad.
Yeah. No, that was the most terrifying iteration of the devil that I ever. The horns coming out of the dude's heads. He was always like sweaty. I don't know. It looked like he was in hell or
Yeah,
something.
you had to get. I'm wondering if it was the devil. I don't know. I
Okay.
can't remember.
Tim Curry.
Tim?
Yeah.
Wow. Good
Yeah.
call.
Yeah.
Remember he had to use like he had to like find a unicorn and kill him with the unicorn
Yeah.
horn or something like that.
Yeah,
it
which
was
is
like-
sad because unicorns.
And
Yeah,
you know
they're
what?
endangered.
Tell the truth here. I actually looked at that earlier. It's like a fairy elf kind of thing on that movie. If you guys got to go back and watch this movie. It looks like Malcolm from Malcolm in the Middle.
On Legend?
Yes, the little kid
Yeah, it looks
with the
identical.
he's got like he's half horse, half man. What do they call them?
Centaurs.
What now?
A centaur.
Is he really?
So sad that you know that.
I'm a nerd.
Just to throw that out there. I'm sorry about the centaur people. There's probably a convention somewhere that's getting pissed off right now.
People riding around with horse asses.
People that they identify as a centaur. There's something for everyone.
Mia Sarah, however the heck you say her name. You know what that is, right?
Rings a bell.
Ferris Bueller's girlfriend.
Oh, right.
Sorry,
Yeah.
honey, but she was a hottie. Brandon knows.
I wonder how she looks now.
Oh, let's not. Let's just not. Let's just not.
Probably not as good as you.
That's good. Good come. That's a good.
Great
comeback
recovery.
right there.
Great recovery. Oh my gosh. Okay. Where were we? Oh yeah, Stephen King's Sleepwalkers.
Yeah.
yeah,
Another
yeah.
Stephen King.
Stephen King, man, he's knocking them out of the park. See, he's not bad. Some
No,
of these,
he's not bad. He's great.
Here's-
And the guy, like I said, he's writing nonstop. Right.
right?
How many novels do you think of his just absolutely flopped?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, he's probably written it. I don't know. That's
He's had a lot of
good guess.
failures.
He's probably had a lot of failures, but that's the thing. Successful people fail a whole lot.
That's right. You don't. There's 100%. If you don't swing, you don't get the goal.
You miss 100% of the
The shots you don't
shots
take.
you don't take.
That's what I said.
That's the one. Yeah.
Wayne Gretzky,
Michael Scott.
Michael Scott. You knew where I was going with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, this
You were
one.
kind of saying it like Michael Scott.
Yeah. Wrong. Really
I know
wrong.
you meant to do that.
Okay, Sleepwalkers. Walk me through it. I honestly I don't remember any of this. I don't remember this one at all.
You remember, Kate? Or you?
Yeah, we grew up with it. So Justin and I loved this. We thought it was hilarious. I don't remember a ton of the movie.
Hilarious?
It was
Scary with some hilarious,
but there was
parts.
funny parts.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was scary. But yeah, it's like it's Stephen King. I think he's probably the ones that weren't, huge blockbusters were the ones that were like so bad they were good. And I think this is one of those.
This is one of those.
Caught on to the 80s cheese. I think we caught on to that a little early.
Cheese.
Just whip those movies out.
It was awesome. No, it was if I remember correctly, it was I don't know exactly what kind of creatures they were and where they're from or what.
Centaurs.
No.
Centaur.
I don't know how to do with cats, cat people.
The underworld.
Come on, here you go, here you go. Here you go, Clovis. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Get the bad guy. Get the bad guy. Get the bad guy. Come on, Clovis. Here we go. Get that mother.
Gosh. Okay.
We didn't say
We didn't say the F
the
word.
last
Yeah.
part, but
Yeah.
we used to always say, "Get the bad guy, Clovis."
Get the bad guy.
It's good.
So I would like to point out though that he was in one of the, what are they called?
Koosh ball. Koosh.
What now?
Koosh ball.
Koosh ball. Yeah. Koosh ball.
Koosh ball.
Yeah. Collect all your favorite
forgot about
colors,
those, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Those are great.
A couple little loops in the middle, and you kind of swing it around like what do you call those? Yo-yos.
A what one now?
Like a yo-yo. You kind of bang it around.
But you didn't have to be talented.
Remember those?
No, you just-
remember those balloons you used to buy at the store?
Yeah, it was like that. Yeah, it was that concept. But in the
Or even
little
like
ball.
the little ball on the paddle
Yeah,
was
yeah.
very similar. It was like the same kind of
But you didn't have
elastic.
to have any hand-eye coordination. You just whack at it.
paddle ball.
Yeah, paddle ball.
Of course, half the time that ball would like go around the paddle and like smack them a bit.
Oh my gosh. Oops, sorry.
Oops.
All right. This next one. Once Bitten.
Once bitten.
Super young Jim Carrey.
Super young Jim Carrey. That must have been during
Was that during
in
or
Living Color time. I bet it was during.
it before or during?
I bet it's during. Look how young he is. Well, maybe it's before.
I don't know.
Might
He
have
looks
been
pretty young
before.
there.
I don't even know. I'd have to look that up. I want to
to
say
fact
that's
check
probably
that.
before. Look up I don't know. Check it out. You got a phone over there,
Justin,
right?
you do that. So so that sexy blonde lady there, she seduces Jim Carrey, takes him back to her place, and some vampire action happens. I guess I forget exactly. It is pretty bad, but pretty funny too. It's another one of those 80s movies. It's just like awful, but great.
85?
When was in
That's
Living
pre
Color?
In Living Color.
Was it?
In Living
Yeah.
Color had to have been like
89
Yeah.
ish.
I'm saying 89, 90, 91 maybe.
And then Living Color came out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, on the money. April 15th, 1990.
I'm good.
That
That's a
was
good
probably
guess.
one of Jim Carrey's first starts.
Yeah, definitely.
Great
for
movie. Remember loving it.
actually-
Can't remember a whole lot about it.
Actually, I want to say Jim's Carrey's. I want to say Jim Carrey's first start. Earth Girls
Are
are
easy.
easy.
Earth Girls are.
Yeah.
Was he in that?
Earth
He
Girls
was.
are
Girls
easy.
are
He was.
easy?
Yeah.
He was one of the aliens.
Oh yeah. I bet he was in that first.
Yep. That might have been one of his first.
I'm
actually
going to play this clip while you're looking that up.
Okay. 1988.
1988.
Earth Girls Are Easy.
Okay, so okay.
3
So
years
this was first.
Yeah.
after this movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
So those
I
two that
stand
before
corrected.
in Living Color.
Yeah. That was, man. such great times.
So
Such great times.
Did I? While I was looking that up, I wasn't even paying attention. Did you play the dance floor flopping scene at all? Like,
No,
No?
I didn't get the flopping scene.
everybody's
just
got to
got the-
watch this movie again. This like typical Jim Carrey just flops on the floor like Jim Carrey does, and just it's awesome.
I missed the flop. Next movie. Moving on. Gotta expedite. We're running out of batteries and hard drive, apparently. Okay, I'm just gonna play this clip and
Let it speak for itself.
You want us to guess what it is?
guess what it is, but also just appreciate it for what it is.
Oh, I know what it is now.
What was that look? Did you see the way? Hang on, I gotta back this up. Watch the guy in the crowd.
I wish I had moves like that. That's what I think.
Dude.
They're like, girls like that.
Man, if I could
No,
only
but the
shake
men.
like that.
The men like that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Sexy sax man.
What brand of baby oil does he use?
Only the best.
Jergen.
The kind with bronzer in it.
All right, Laura, what movie?
Lost Boys.
Oh, you got it.
Nice.
You got it. How did is that? You had that on the back burner. You knew that. Like you
this
didn't.
is
You
a
didn't have to
movie
think
I-
Who
about it.
can forget sexy sax man? You know? Look at him.
Got the
This was a
dude
great
from
movie.
Legend of the Fall. Isn't that him?
Who, Brad Pitt?
No, not Brad Pitt.
That's just.
I like his chains.
That's yeah. It's really awful.
You can
I
tell
wonder if he's
strong.
related to Milli Vanilli because he looked like he was lip syncing there.
Yeah, you know what? Now that you mention it, let's back it up and review this
Well,
singing
it's
footage.
a movie.
Right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep, that didn't match.
Did you guys catch that?
Corey's face. He's like, what the hell? What is happening? What are we here for?
I gotta back it up. I gotta see it. Right there. Hang on. Let's see it. Boom. What?
What is this?
So much baby oil.
He's traumatized. He's like, why am I here?
That boy's lost.
Poor little Corey.
That
Poor
boy's
little
lost.
Corey.
His brother's pissed too. Look at him back there. He's just like,
Lost Boys is great. They nailed it.
yeah.
It's the 80s. It doesn't get any better than that
Awesome
for
movie.
vampire movies.
One scene that will never leave me is when the rice that he's eating turns to maggots.
Turns to maggots, yeah. It's
Kiefer
gross.
Sutherland,
Kiefer Sutherland, yeah,
eating,
that's
the,
awesome.
eating the maggot rice, dude. Oh,
It's just rice, Michael. Is that what he says? This guy's named Michael, something like that, right?
Yeah.
it's just skin, Stephen.
Jim Carrey again.
Class.
Hey, that's a 90s movie.
It is. We'll have to.
Stephen.
That actually, Cable Guy.
Oh,
That's a good Halloween.
that could be a
movie.
Halloween movie. It's kind of creepy.
It definitely takes like this weird
a
turn.
very weird.
I love that. I love that part where he's in the jail cell. Oh, Billy. Oh,
Billy.
up against the
Yeah, I'm sure I've said that line several times.
I literally said that today. Oh, you guys had a friend you were talking about named Billy, and
Oh, yeah.
I said that out loud. I don't think anyone heard me. But
I
said
didn't
it.
hear that. I've said that in regards to probably that very same Billy.
Anyway, Lost Boys. Cable Aguda.
Or, dude, I got a lot of tables.
Yeah. Anyway, back to
Lost Boys.
Lost Boys. Thank
That's
you.
the one.
Lost Boys. That was a very memorable scene. But also one thing that I really, really loved about Lost Boys was that everything that the kids, Corey Feldman and Corey Haim, the Coreys, everything that they were doing in that movie were based on like comic books, you know? And I was a super comic book geek.
They were.
Yeah. You remember they went to the comic book shop to get like the feed on what was going on and like
to figure out how to kill vampires.
Yeah.
About like their stepdad, freaking vampire or
it was
whatever.
his mom, their mom's
Mom's boyfriend. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. I forgot about that.
I just thought that was super cool that they were referencing comic books to kill vampires, and
That's how they did their research.
Yeah.
that's good.
It's kind of cool
good
pattern. We got a bunch of Stephen King's and we got a bunch of Corey movies that were pretty awesome 80s.
Well,
You know, I
scary
didn't even
movies.
think about that until you just mentioned it, but yeah, I think like the vast majority of what we're going over tonight is exactly that. Along with this next one was also a Stephen King movie, and it was scary. It was scary for me.
Wow.
Can I just make a point real fast?
Yeah.
I've noticed a trend. See, so horror movies tend to be kind of low budget, right? It's where a lot of actors get their start because nobody can afford to pay, Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise like now to do the low budget stuff. They don't have that kind of budget. So that's where a lot of actors got their start.
You're absolutely correct.
Just the point. Anyway, moving on. What's the next one?
Also, when they circle back around in their career, on the way back down, they start to do horror films again.
As like this old gentleman
Like
here.
this old gentleman that we're about to see. And if you know who he is, comment down below. So this is another Stephen King movie, and this was really, really scary to me. This scene that I'm about to play scarred me for life, and I think it scarred this guy for life.
That knife's going to do a lot of good.
This movie scared the crapola out of me as a child. So scary.
Oh, wait for it.
So scary.
Oh gosh.
Always under the bed.
Oh, don't bend down like that.
Oh, gosh.
That damn cat. Oh, here it comes.
That's
So
about
gross.
as bad as Misery. Remember when she breaks his ankles with the sledgehammer in
Yeah.
Misery?
But that looked more
Also,
real.
Stephen King. Stephen King has
my
a weird
gosh.
affinity for ankles.
He hates them.
Well, I mean, it is a very vulnerable part, like throat, ankle.
So-
Take one of those out, you're done.
I'm sorry. I'm starting to feel like this is like an episode of ridiculousness, but when he bent down to look under the bed, did he fart or was that the fart?
Let's do that again.
Is it? Who is that?
That's
Lurch.
that's Herman. Herman Munster.
Herman Munster.
From the Munsters, man.
What's his name?
Frankenstein. dude.
Herman Munster.
Herman Munster. Katie,
I don't
aren't
know.
you listening?
Yeah, I honestly don't know his name in real life.
He
Real
played
name.
Frankenstein, you know?
I think you're right though. I think he farted.
You got back up now.
Was that not a?
I think you farted.
No, it was a fart.
Somebody
That's
farted.
hilarious.
Maybe.
Insto facto, somebody farted.
That movie wasn't funny at all. I remember it being horrifying.
Well, if you back it
Yeah.
up more, when he's walking over there, you hear,
We don't have that kind of time. Pet Cemetery, horrifying.
Yes, it was. All right.
I would not rewatch, personally.
What's that?
I would not rewatch, personally.
You wouldn't?
It's creepy.
oh, it's Halloween time. It's Halloween time.
I'd rather watch Once Bitten.
watch
It's funnier.
tomorrow.
I would too.
I like funny, scary movies.
Chicks and vampires, man.
I think we should watch the Monster Squad for Abel.
Yeah.
Do you think you would be too freaked out? It's not that bad. The Nards.
It's not that bad.
He'd like the Nards. He'd get a kick out of that.
Oh, my
Or we should
gosh.
watch Beetlejuice.
I'm pretty sure that's where Andy from The Office got the Nard Dog from.
The Nard
The
Dog.
Nard Dog.
That's it. That's it.
Well,
Did you know he went to Cornell?
Oh my gosh.
It's a very prestigious school.
All right, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you guys for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
It was fun.
We'll do it again soon. You guys, check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on TikTok. The Rad Retro Show. This is us signing off. Happy Halloween. Talk to you soon.